Hey gang, it's Paul with Stud Pack. We're back at our bathroom remodel. If you saw our last video on this job, you noticed how we were bragging about all the drywall being done. But look what happened.
What'd you do? Classic Paul?
Classic Paul.
Sleepwalking?
So anybody that's worked with me long enough knows that if there's something I don't like that I did, I'm gonna rip it out and do it over until I'm satisfied. And that's what happened here. So let's bring it in close and I'll show you what happened. So we had the drywall here. So you see that big step? It's almost 3/8 of an inch. And that would have put a big hump in our tile right here. Sure, I could have floated this out, but I still would have had a hump. This stud here behind the backer board and this stud are pretty flush. I think the issue goes farther back to my left. And look how that plane of drywall, see that? So what I did, we took out all the pocket screws, so now all our blocking is loose. Can you see that moving as I push on it?
Because we put adhesive here, so it's secured to the drywall.
Glued and screwed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this piece as a guide, and then I'm going to push until it's flush here, and then Jordan's going to put a pocket screw here to lock it in place, and we're going to plane this down so it's nice and smooth. So let's get started and get that done. Now we know how much we got to plane off. I've got my Bosch electric planer. This one's pretty cool. You can adjust the exhaust left or right. I think it's going that way towards you, Jordan.
Sweet.
And I've got it set for 3/64 depth of cut. Let's see how it does. We went as far as we could. We couldn't get flush here on the right because of the motor housing. So I'm going to take that off with an old chisel. Seems to be working good, huh? It's going to take a little time. So the planer wouldn't reach here at the bottom. So we're going to remove that material with an 1.5" spade bit. Like that. Clean it up with the chisel. All right, how's that?
Looks good.
Let's try this again. There we go. Look at that. That's what we wanted. This is a critical area right here because this is where the glass is going to be. And we don't want any humps anywhere, but right here would have been really bad. So we fixed it. That was well worth 10 minutes. Let's put this drywall back. Alrighty guys, we got this drywall patched and hot mudded. That was well worth the time spent. That hump is gone. And again, remember, this is a critical area. It's all critical, but this is where our glass is gonna be. We wanted it nice and flat. So that's done. And then this morning I got in here and I primed from here down. The reason I primed drywall like this is because now it's sealed. If I were to spray water on this, it would just run off. If I were to spray water on this, it's gonna get absorbed by the drywall paper. So that's kind of an insurance policy for me for mold. Just one coat, quick. So that's ready for our tub deck, and that's actually our next step. So we are gonna go outside and start building these tub deck walls, bring them inside, already assembled, fasten them to the cement, and get this thing knocked out. right, guys, we got our little wall built for our tub deck. It's pretty much in the same place that the old one was. It was a little bit of a challenge because this floor is so out of level. I don't think we had any two studs the same length, did we?
No, sir.
A 16th difference, an 1/8 difference, quarter difference. But that's level. You can see how our laser beam is just kissing the top of it. So that's perfect. And we transferred our laser beam to the wall in pencil. So now we can put these ledges here and put our plywood on top. So let's get that done. Alrighty guys, you saw us yesterday get the tub deck down. We took extra care to make sure it's flat and level, and it is. We used our laser. Today's goal is to get the tub cutout done, the support built around the perimeter. We need some support back here. And I think we're even going to set the tub just so the homeowner can see it, huh Jordan?
That'd be cool.
That'd be a good idea. So what we're going to do, we're going to transfer the center of the original drain, which is under here, to the bottom of this plywood. I've already set up my dot laser. You see that?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the center. And I'm gonna get under there and drill a hole. So we'll have a reference point right here. So let me do that and I'll show you the next step. There should be a red dot on the ceiling.
There is.
All right, take a look down here. So this hole is the one I drilled. It is centered over the drain in the floor. Then we used our laser right on that line. And this beam is parallel to this edge, because we're going to measure off of this line. So that we can put our laser away, I'm going to draw a permanent line with a pencil. And that's the center of our tub. Alrighty gang, to find the dimensions for our cutout, here's what we're going to do. This is the waste and overflow that came with the old tub. We're going to change it to a glued up one, but for purposes of what we're doing right now, this is fine. So remember, the center of the drain, we transferred to the top of the deck with the laser, and we're going to use this as our reference. So I'm going to hold the level in place here. Gordon's going to measure. I'm going to hold that there, and then he's going to measure how far off the center of the drain is from the level.
It's about 3.5. It is 3.5.
All right. Now we know we have 1.5 inch lip on the tub. 3.5 minus 1.5 inches is 2. Let's go back to the tub deck and we'll show you our next step. All right, so here's the center of our drain. This line is 2 inches from there, and that's our cutout. So I think we're all laid out, ready to cut it, huh?
Yep, let's do it.
All right.
A little sketchy.
Yeah. All right, guys, there's our cutout. It looks great. Our next step is to support this inner edge of the tub, because this is going to get tiled, so we need support there. It can't flex like that. And then obviously we're going to be standing on this later when we paint. And I know the homeowners are going to decorate and they'll be standing back here, so this has to be really solid. So let's measure for this end and get that one done, and then we'll do these other two sides. So we cut our treated bottom plate. There's our little top plate. We're going to stack them. And we're going to measure for our studs because, again, this floor is not level. I think it's out, what, 1/4 inch just in that couple of feet, Jordan? All right, so that one is 16 5/8.
Good job.
All right, we'll lay it back down and see how we did.
How's it feel?
Pretty solid.
Yeah, it looks solid.
I think at least 1 or 2 right here.
Okay.
But we can't build a wall because we're right on top of this, all this mess.
Right. Well, let's just do a little ledger strip.
Ledger.
Yep. You want to cut 3 ledger strips?
Yeah.
All right, let's do
Let's
that.
do that and we'll see how it feels.
All right.
All right, all our framing is about done. We attached this little joist out of 45 to our ledgers here and here. There's our little wall we built. We did these little joists, 16 inches on center, and that little wall. I'll tip this plywood down and see how it feels, and then go get that tub and test it out.
Cool.
I know this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Right? Now you have glass here. Of course, you'll never stand
Right.
here.
Right.
That's nice and solid. Let's go get that tub. All right, the tub is in, back where we started, right?
Nice.
Looks like nothing changed, but a whole lot changed. That was a lot of work to do that tub deck. All the angles, the out of levelness of the floor, the niche, the access panel, access to the drain, all the transitions right here. We're gonna have a piece of glass here, so this tile has to slope. The backer board here, our curb, and then we can start waterproofing this thing and wrap it up.
Right, there's a lot to still do,
Yep.
but that's a big step right
A
there.
lot of details in this, but they'll pay off in the end when we tile and everything's perfect. Like we
Ooh,
want it.
yes, sir.
Nice. So if you like the video, be sure to smash that like button for us. Drop us a comment, ask a question. We'll answer it if we can. Loving all the support everybody's given us. Really appreciate it from right here. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yes, sir.